everyone. I'm Michelle from Mama Eki Plans, and this is my first Plan With Me video. So in this video, we're going to be planning the week of April 20th to April 26th. We're still in a stay-at-home order in my home state, so there's not a lot going on, but it still helps me to see the whole week kind of planned out, and so I get a better understanding of what I need to do when. I do have a 5-year-old son who'll be 6 in about 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy to me. He's in kindergarten, so we are keeping track of making sure that we hand in his work and get that done. And I keep track of my work schedule and some of the other things we need to do. So right now, this is where I stand. I'm very excited about the release coming up, the Erin Condren release, because I am more of a daily planner. So I am super, super excited about the fact that a coiled daily is coming out in this size, because I think that's going to be exactly what I need to find planner piece. This is last week. So date night last week, I like to fill that in. My husband and I watched Tiger King again. We have been watching that pretty regularly. And I'm actually doing my planner time a little bit later than I wanted to, but laundry is going. So we're good with that. This week was a really awesome kit, but I'm really excited about the kit I'm going to use for this week. So I'm actually not using MK221. I thought I was going to, but instead I'm going to be using Mini Kit 224, which you can see here. I am a Planner Kate junkie. Everything I do is Planner Kate, and I'm really excited to try to figure out how these stickers are going to work in the daily coiled planner. So I have my sidebar. I absolutely love keeping track of things in my sidebar. That's really important to me. I forget what these are called exactly, like designer squares, patterned labels, because that's one way I keep track of things. My skinny washi, my date covers, my sidebar and checklists, along with some extra boxes, and then my sampler kit. I actually think that when the new Planner Kate stickers, oh my goodness, when the new Erin Condren planners come out, I am going to go with both the Daily Petite, or not Daily Petite, the Daily Coiled, which is going to help me with work and getting all of that done. And then I think I'm going to stick with my weekly hourly layout also, which is super helpful for me in keeping track of things for my kids. So I'm going to get started. I am alongside everyone else with my dislike of the giant hexagon here. So I tend to white it out because then it looks better for me. So I'm going to take a couple of seconds here and white out all of the things in the planner that I tend to white out. Okay, so we are good to get started. Now I have to decide here on my sidebar which box I'm going to use. I think I'm going to go with this one. I like the purple in this one a little better, so we'll get that on. It's one of the things I do like about Planner Kate kits, especially there's some decisions that have to be made sometimes and what gets laid down and what doesn't. But this is one of my favorite color combinations in this kit. Like I said, this is Mini Kit 224. It's one of her April 2020 kits, and it is absolutely gorgeous in the colors. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down the rest of this sidebar. So the sidebar is complete. What I track on my sidebar is I tend to track whether or not I follow an AM and PM routine. They're not really routines as much as they are more just things that need to get accomplished every morning and every evening to make sure that we're prepped and ready for the day. Even though my oldest is homeschooling kindergarten, or not really homeschooling, but, crisis schooling. People have been calling it kindergarten, with my husband. I work at home right now. I work in a school district and we're doing distance learning as well. So I'm in charge of making sure that curriculum is set up and running. So there's a lot of things I need to do in the morning and that I need to do in the evening to make sure I'm ready to go, like setting my office space up and prepping things. So I have a list of those. I keep track of whether or not I track my steps daily. And then this week, I'm really jumping back on the WW bandwagon with my Weight Watchers and making sure that I do my tracking of my food. So I'll be keeping that there. I'm still waiting for Planner Kate to put together either a track or a blue dot sticker. So I will add those in a little bit. And then down here, I actually keep track of my steps. I participate in step bets on every 6 weeks, and step bets are basically exactly what they sound like. You place some money on yourself and whether or not you're going to meet your goals when it comes to steps. You keep track of it using your Apple Watch or your Fitbit, and I've been in them now pretty much every 6 weeks for almost a year. I've made about $40, woohoo! But it keeps me accountable because I don't want to lose my money. So I regularly update how many steps I've taken here, and I keep track of whether they're power days, which is a high number of steps, or if they are not power days, which are just a regular set of steps. So next I'm going to lay out kind of the framework for what I'm going to do. That includes my skinny washi that I use at the top, my date covers, and my washi at the bottom. Okay. So now that I have the skeleton laid out, it's time to start adding in some of my regular things that I do on a weekly basis. One of the things I've been trying to be very good at doing is making sure I get up every morning and get in my workout. Some mornings that's a little thrown off because my 5, almost 6-year-old, he is on the spectrum. And so unfortunately, sometimes he has some problems sleeping. So occasionally it'll be him sitting on the couch while I'm working out. Right now, my workouts are really just kind of some fast and quick marching in place. And I try to do it for at least an hour a day. It helps me get in my steps, especially since we are at home now. But it makes me feel good to know that when my day started already, and that I already got those steps in. So I try to block off that 6 a.m. spot every day. It's really kind of 5 a.m. when I do that. And then on the weekends, I try to do it when my younger son, who is about 1.5 years now, he's 19 months. I try to do that when he's napping. So that way I can spend my time with them. So I get my workout in, and then I also do my planning while my little one is sleeping. It's one of the ways that I kind of have been keeping myself sane. This whole situation has been kind of crazy. I'm very lucky that my husband is a stay-at-home dad. So when my work ended up moving to telecommuting or work from home, I didn't have to worry about making sure that there was stuff for my kiddo to do. My husband's able to monitor his Google Classroom, and he's the one who kind of keeps track of everything for our house and make sure that, food is on the table and the boys are cared for. And it's been really nice knowing that's there. When the whole thing first went down, I remember it was March 12th, and I was in the office at work, and our boss sent us an email saying he needed to talk to all of us. And half an hour later, we were all scrambling to put together some form of a distance learning plan for students. But it wasn't like solid as to what we were going to do with the kids. So we were creating these packets for students so that they had some work to come take home with them. And, we had planned on, I'm a supervisor for an English language arts department for grades 6 through 12. And we had planned on having the kids take their novels home with them. And then that night, I think it was a Thursday night, late in the evening, all of a sudden I got, a message that said, schools are closed officially tomorrow. So the students didn't get to take anything home with them, which definitely messed up our plans. And then Friday, we were told at first if we wanted to stay home, we had to take a vacation day. So I did that Friday, thinking that, we'd be working from home by the following week. It took a little bit longer than that, but I took a vacation day, and then I got a call from my boss saying, we need this, this, and this. So even though I technically wasn't working from home, I kind of did that day. And then the following week, was will they, won't they, let us work from home thing. It was kind of like that in education across all of Connecticut. And then finally, at I think it was 5 o'clock in the morning on that next Friday, which was, I think, March 20th, we got a text message from my boss saying, check your email. And in there was our work from home orders and a thing we had to sign saying we understood all the rules, and which all of us were willing to sign. It wasn't until the following week, though, that our governor actually kind of ordered the stay-at-home stuff. So it's been a little nuts. Having a child with autism during this time period has been really crazy. He thrives on structure, and having a year-and-a-half-old child also means that structure is not quite the level that my older one really looks forward to at school. He misses his paraprofessional, he misses his teachers, he misses his friends, he misses everyone. And I know lots of 5 and 6-year-olds don't understand it, but it's even harder when your child doesn't speak in full sentences or even real words. So it makes it hard, and it definitely makes it, it's sad for me. It's very sad. And I've had my ups and my downs, but one of the things that has kept me going through all of this is planning. Being able to put a pen to paper, being able to see kind of what my week's going to look like, knowing that we're trying to get some normalcy for the boys. Yesterday, we decided to pile everyone into the car and go for a ride. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't do anything. We took about an hour, and we drove through 6 different cities, which I live in Connecticut, so that's actually pretty easy to do when we're not that big. So we drove through 6 different cities and, just kind of went for a long ride. We brought some Skittles. So the boys had a little snack in the car, and they got to look out the window. And there wasn't much to see. There's not a lot of people out. There was the Boston Post Road in Milford was straight out of The Walking Dead. There was nobody on the roads. I mean, you can't usually take a left-hand turn on that road, and I had no problems taking a left-hand turn. So that was a different experience for me. I grew up around this area, so I'm very used to that craziness. But we went for a ride, and it made us feel so much better to just get out of the house and do something different. It was cathartic in a way, I guess is how you would say it. All right, so while I've been talking, I've been putting down my work schedule. I've been working 8 to 4, although in reality, I've been working a lot more than that. It feels like it never, ever ends. My husband and I have been really religiously trying to stick to our Saturday night date nights. It's not really anything spectacular. We sit on the couch together and watch TV, but it's something that we do together to just kind of keep us us. I mean, we always joke around and say, with our kids, there's just no time to be Rich and Michelle. We're always mom and dad. So we try to keep our Saturday nights. And we actually said that, you know, once it gets nicer out, we will try to, once the boys go to bed, try to get outside and maybe have a glass of wine together and sit in the yard or make a little picnic or something like that. All right, so let's see. Friday. This past Friday was garbage day and recycling. So this week is just going to be garbage day. So I will put that up there. I like to use these little flags from Planner Kate to do garbage day and the sticker that says garbage day. I really wish on the sampler kits there was something that said recycling because we do have recycling every 2 weeks, and I don't like when things don't match well, and the stickers that I have for recycling don't 100% go with these. So if you're listening, Kate, that's one of my requests. Recycling day, please. So I've got my garbage day in there. I'm going to put my planner time. I actually have to put it in Planner Kate order. She had some really cute new stickers that just came out and on Friday, and I want to order some of those. And now that I'm trying to get this YouTube channel up and running, I am going to need to get some stickers for that too. So I'm going to go ahead and put my planner time in for Sunday. I don't always follow the exact times on here on the weekends. It's just stuff to remind me that I need to do it. So there we go with that. And then groceries. We have a grocery pickup on Friday. That has been the single craziest part of this whole thing, is trying to get, be careful with that, trying to get groceries. I mean, it just blows my mind how hard it is to get a grocery pickup. And we are really trying to shop 2 weeks at a time and limit our time going out. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't necessarily agree with me, but I'm a strong believer in kind of following the rules and staying home, because I have a lot of friends in healthcare and I see them and I worry about them, and I don't want them being stuck in this situation any longer than they have to be. So I really, really, really believe in that stay-at-home thing and flattening the curve as best we can and keeping my family safe. And so I'm trying very hard to make sure that we do all of that. All right, let's see. It is not a pay week, so we don't need to add that in. I will add my little star stickers down here for my meals. I don't have my meal list with me, unfortunately. It is out in my living room, so I will have to add those in after the fact. But I do like to use the little stars from on the Kate's kits here to just add a little flair, I guess I could say, to my meal planning. This week, meal planning is going to be super important because I am getting back on track with Weight Watchers. I think the only reason I haven't gained the quarantine 15 is because I've been working out as religiously as I have. What order did I put those in? Pink is next, and then the teary color. Because I've been working out so much, and, you know, every day I'm getting in my steps and my workouts. So it's why I haven't really gained anything, but I haven't lost either. So I'm really trying to get back on track with that. All right. So Monday is a big phone call day for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these have 6. So I'm gonna have to cut this down. I got to make a bunch of calls on Monday because I have a lot of doctor's appointments scheduled in May, 6-month visits for things. I have a condition with my eyes that cause me to have, it's called hedrusin. It doesn't cause any vision problems right now, but it can later on in life. So I have those regularly tested to make sure that basically it's like the optic nerve pushes against your eye, and they need to make sure that that doesn't get worse. I have my physical, trying to, I've had high blood pressure in the past, and I've been really working hard to try to bring that down. That was scheduled for May. My son has his 6-year appointment scheduled in May. So there's all these things scheduled in May that aren't going to happen in May. So I need to make some phone calls and get those appointments rescheduled. I'm going to aim for some July appointments and hope that we are back in business by July. So we'll get that down. And then let's see. On Friday nights, where's Friday? Friday nights, we always FaceTime with my in-laws. We used to go to my in-laws' house every Friday night for dinner with the boys. And, that's just not happening. So Friday nights, we FaceTime. My in-laws get to see the boys, and we get a little bit of time to talk to them as well. So it's nice to have that. Let's see, it's time to go into my stickers. One of these days, I'm actually going to go in and reorganize these. Let's add my stay-at-home order stickers to the top of the page. Get those in first. There's going to be some big organizing going on over the next couple of days. I think that's a place I'm going to have to go because I'm starting to get a little overwhelmed by my sticker collection, and it definitely is starting to drive me a little nuts. All right, so we got the stay at home. We're going to need a date night, so let's grab one of those. We need some work from homes. Get these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get those down. Use my, they're all stuck to my fingers. Let's use my tweezers to get them down neatly. Never ever in a million years, being someone who works in schools, thought that I would have work from home stickers. I was always jealous of people who got to have that one day a week where they worked from home. They would go to the office 4 out of 5 days, and then when this whole thing started one of my colleagues and I joked about, the online meetings and said, oh, well, I guess pants are optional now. And I said, well, no, I think I'm always going to wear pants, but my sweatpants are definitely going to be a much more exciting pair of pants to wear than my work pants. And I don't even know if my work pants are going to fit me when all is said and done. And that's not because I'm gaining weight, but that's because I'm working on losing weight. And my work pants were already starting to get a little big on me. So I'm hoping in a way that this lasts a little bit into the summer so I can hold off on buying new clothes and wait on that. But we'll see how that goes. All right, let's see. So I haven't even bothered with the no school stickers. It's obvious. And my meeting stickers are for meetings, work. All right, what else do I need? I need an AM routine and a PM routine and a steps sticker. And I apologize in advance if you hear a weed whacker outside. We rent from my mother. She lives in the in-law apartment downstairs, and we rent the rest of the house from her. And so she is outside right now doing that. I don't think she does very well with staying inside, so she's happy that the weather is changing and she's able to get out and work in her yard. So that's a positive. All right, so AM routine, PM routine, and steps. And let's get those workout stickers in too. Got my workout stickers. These have been going through like crazy. Since January 6th, I have only missed 3 total workouts, and I know exactly why. And every single one, exactly why. And there are days that were rough days. 2 were rough days for me. And 1 was a day that I purposefully chose not to work out because I was prepping for the launch day of our distance learning plan, and I had so much work to do that day. I knew that if I had forced myself to work out also and used that hour that I could have been working, I would have been even more stressed. So I really tried to not stress myself out that day. All right, so I got my workout stickers down. Let's put those back in. What else do we have? Workout. I've got a lot of those at least. Yeah, no spend. That's funny. That's not going to happen. Oh, that makes me a little sad. I'll have to use these next year. Planner stickers, laundry house. Okay, so all of these things were good there. All these stickers, I don't even need nap time anymore unless it's for me. My youngest naps, but he's so regular with napping. All right, we need to meal plan, that's for sure. Got that coming up. I will add my weather stickers in later because I'm going to have to look up the weather to be able to do that. So, do I have any birthdays this week? I have one birthday this week. So we have my step brother-in-law's birthday. So let's get one for him. We'll go with the purple because it goes with the kit. Yeah, haven't needed these in a while. Not even close. I'm still on the same tank of gas from, well, early March. All right, we're good there. And then we'll add some decorative stickers in. I am loving Planner Kate's decorative stickers lately because otherwise my planner just looks so boring. I will put in Nick Jr.'s birthday right there. And we'll add Friday night so we don't forget to meal plan with the grocery pickup. We kind of have it figured out, but it'd be good to write it on the big calendar. Get everybody on the same page. All right. All right, so let's add some decorative stickers here. I have been loving Planner Kate's new decorative stickers. Let whatever you do today be enough. I think that's a reminder that we need regularly. Put that in here. Oh, and you know what I forgot? I forgot my Weight Watchers sticker. Let's get that. My WW. I have been religiously attending Weight Watchers meetings for over a year now. I've lost 30 pounds on it this go around. That's not counting the weight I lost before I went back. So when you count the weight from before my second son was born to now, I'm down a little over 60 pounds, 30 on the actual plan. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm really working my butt off. And they have been so wonderful in going to virtual meetings for us. So every Sunday morning I attend my virtual meeting, which is just a godsend. I need that because without my virtual meetings, I don't think I would be successful at all. These little doodle girls are super adorable. So we will add in a work one on Monday. Give a little work one. So I don't forget. Not like I would, but let's see. What other ones do we have? Oh, we need the coffee girl. Definitely need the coffee girl by Wednesday because it's going to be coffee needed to get through the week. And no baking next week. No baking allowed. And all right. So I think yeah, I think we're good with the decorative stickers. I did start a book recently, so maybe I'll add that in just to give me a little bit of decoration to remind me that I do have that book to read. We've been trying to do some no screen time stuff with the boys too, because my boys do like their screen time. All right, so just a couple other little things to add. I like to do a to-do list on Saturdays because Saturdays tend to be the days I get a lot more done. 5, 6. And since, I can't go anywhere, might as well do stuff around the house. So we'll put in the to-do. will lose my tweezers. Get that down. And then my to-do. All right, got that in. And then the only thing left is to fill some stuff in at this point. So we need to call the eye doctor. We need to call my PCP. We need to call the pediatrician's office. And then I need to call my other doctor. All right, and then we've got FaceTime. With Grammy. And Papa. And then my Weight Watchers virtual meeting is at 8 a.m. Date night this week, not sure what we're going to watch. Knowing my husband, we're going to be rewatching Tiger King again. He's kind of obsessed. But we'll see where that goes. And then, oh, I put Nick Jr.'s birthday on the wrong day. Look at that. He is not the 23rd. And I think because this is not going to come up well. Oh, bummer. See how this goes. Doesn't look bad. Nick Jr. is the 24th. And yes, we call him Nick Jr. My father-in-law is Nick. His son is Nick Jr. I think it's kind of funny sometimes because we, it makes me think of the TV show, but it's who he is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me give myself a to-do on Sunday. I'll have to find a to-do sticker. I know I've got some leftovers, so I'll leave that for now, but I will add that in. Put that down, and then my flag, so that later on I can add a to-do sticker. So I have my big to-dos for Saturday and Sunday to prep for the following week. All right, add a to-do sticker there later, and I think that's pretty good. Well, I hope you enjoyed joining me, and I hope that if you're interested in following along with me for my planning journeys, you will click the like button and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.